We've noticed that there's not a great deal going on in terms of kind of work that's about the city itself, really. We kind of wanted people to see the potential in the place a bit more, get a bit more excited about the city. We set up this project that originally started as just a monthly zine that we gave out. The only limits of the zine were the stuff had to be about Preston, so it had a mixture of photography, writing, the odd found object, all that sort of stuff. Found this disused shop through the council and set it up as an exhibition featuring work from the project. We've had 3 students from the photography second year helping us as kind of gallery assistants as part of their work placement module. So they've come down and helped us set it all up. They've seen how we've put it together and arranged it all and got funding and things like that. Then they've also manned the space when we can't be here.
I'm a student at the university, so I've been doing work placement and found out Adam was doing the gallery, got asked to help out, so it fits in with my work because I'm interested in what the project's doing.
Most of the people who've come through are locals, so they've all comment on something around here from their youth, or it's got that like nostalgia kind of feel about it all.
A lot of the older stuff people seem quite interested in that, it reminds them of their, if they're quite older people, reminds them of their lives and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some, old newspaper cuttings as me as a very young man on the Lancashire Evening Post that I'm very proud of, with bits of Preston on there which no longer exist.
I think it's more than just nostalgia, which I've been trying to prove through my own course. It's a case of, yes, you are looking back and for things that have been and gone, but I think you find a bit of yourself within a lot of it.
I'd say probably 90% of me, 90% of my tapestry, what makes me is Preston. I've just been in the Harris Museum now. That place still inspires me exactly the same way it did when I was about 9 or 10, looking at the original artworks and the sculptures and the rest.
It's quite good fun when people come in and we do their portrait against the background and all that sort of stuff. So that's been really good.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's not carefully curated and controlled. That that it's the keys are kind of like found and randomly submitted, and that sort of reflects the city itself. That it's not micro-managed. The images of it doesn't have like a public face that's carefully controlled. That you sort of arrive in Preston and you take what you get. You see what you see is what you get.
It's great in the sense that it's little snapshots of Preston. There isn't one wall dedicated to it, it's a whole space dedicated to Preston. I'm seeing strong images like St Walburg's, which means enormous things to me when I come back to the town. I'm seeing bits of the docks as it was, people's birth certificates up on the wall. It shows that their investment in Preston is a place that they were born, as I feel very strongly about it.
A lot of the found stuff is actually literally found on the floor. People kind of would overlook something like that, and it's kind of inspiring that something as tiny as that's thrown away can actually mean something, and it's got a story behind it. People tend to overlook things like that, especially like shopping lists, throwaway things.
I like the way he's just been caught, like looking at the camera in that sort of instantaneous moment, where he's got that sort of slight bit of attitude about him, kind of almost that sort of what you're looking at. What are you taking my picture for?
We found it as a 6x4-inch print in the library at university in Preston. She's been on the cover of the zine, she's been in this exhibition and nobody's recognised her yet, so we're waiting to see what happens. But it was an amazing find when we took a book off a shelf and this popped out.
We were in the pub one day, we met this couple, we thought they were dead girls together. The local celebrities, everybody comes through here and sees them. I know Iris and John, it's quite good,
As far as I'm aware, it's on Church Street next to the bike shop. The reason I like it is because it doesn't look like it's in Preston. It could be, I think someone described it as could be Chicago, but I think it's like New York with the smoky streets and stuff like that.
With the guy with the guy dressed up as a werewolf and all that sort of stuff, so there's a fun element to it. We turned it into like a fashion shoot for the weekend. The theme was denim, and we kind of scouted models off the streets of Preston and put them in some new clothes and did a big shoot in here, so that was really good. We did a lecture in here on Monday looking at self-publishing and getting your own sort of similar sort of thing going, because one of the things with the project was we wanted to kind of encourage other people within the city to do similar sorts of things. We're quite keen on developing things like maybe doing like a book of it, but that would cost a bit more money, so we need to develop that.
Really good feedback actually, really good.
I've really enjoyed looking around here today. It shows a lot of different faces of Preston. Yeah. everyone seems to get an image of a city or a town that they sort of form in their mind. But here we see lots of little mini stories and little different sort of facets.
It's sort of like breathing a bit of life into the place, showing that it's just as good as anywhere else, really.
We're not saying that there's any similarities with Preston and Paris. It's just this idea that it can be as exciting as Paris in terms of creative work and all that sort of stuff if you look hard enough. Really.
I can see a thriving town stroke city that is still hugely important to the economy of the Northwest and massively important to me.
We're not saying it's Paris, but we're saying it's a nice place. You look hard enough, it's there.